Good morning, YouTube. PPS here, YouTube play of the day. We got two spots plus a long shot today for you guys on this awesome Dinger Tuesday spot. As always, if you could hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate all the support. It's been pretty good as we've been winning some free plays. 2-0 on Past the Prop yesterday. Obviously, didn't do video Saturday, Sunday. I was in Chicago, so didn't have an opportunity to do that. Obviously, still put free plays out. Did hit the Brewers free play on the over 8.5 when I was at the game, so that was cool to get that. But it's time to go. We're back here today and ready to make some money. Recap was a straight 0. Guardians race to 4 was a no-no. Oakland A's first 5 cashes. Dude, Oakland A's have actually been pretty good to me. I can't lie. I'm not even as bad as they've been this year, and Mason Miller's been my dog, so hopefully he keeps going. We got 3.13 units coming into today. Feeling pretty good about where we're at. So let's start off with sharing my screen here. All right, so these are going to be my two plays. I'll have a long shot for you in a second, but it's going to be race to 3, New York Mets. It's going to be Corbin Burnes and Michael Soroka there. And now that you guys have that, I can get rid of that tab, and we're ready to go. So first play, I'm going to go with Mets race to 3. I really love this spot for the Mets. I know Jose Butto is a tough guy to trust, especially with the walk issues. I understand that. But the dude's numbers against righties is very, very good. Against lefties, I'm expecting some negative regression. He's got like a 16% walk rate. But he doesn't give up a lot of power, which I think is important in this spot because the Cardinals just haven't been able to string hits together. And as a team, they're just not hitting well with runners in scoring position. They're not able to really manufacture runs. And on the other side of this game, you're getting Miles Michaelis, the guy that I love to fade here. He's got a 5.56 ERA at home so far this year, a slugging of 5.63. We're seeing an xFIP against lefties at 4.27. I'm kind of nervous for this dude going into this spot. And what I do like is Butto gets better as the game goes on. You look at his ERA, he's got a 4.82 in the first time through, 1.38 second time through, 1.59 third time through. So I think that's really important as a guy who's trying to back this number where we don't want the blow up inning like that 3-run inning. So if we only give up 1 or 2 runs, does he get better as the game goes on, or is he going to start struggling? Because when you look at a guy like Miles Michaelis, his best innings are the first times through, 3.86 ERA. He's still getting up a 321 batting average, 518 slug. But that second time through the order, which is the time that we're usually going to be getting close to that 3rd, 4th, 5th inning opportunities, dude has been struggling, right? So we're starting to see him at a 8.5 ERA, 750 slug, second time through the order. I think that's really important as this is going to be a spot that, we're hoping to hit this in that 5th inning before those bullpens become involved. I think the Mets have a great opportunity today to get another win. Big win last night. Brandon Nimmo going yard for your boy. So had his hit runs RBI. Shout out to Nimmo. Had a good night last night. And hopefully we'll be able to continue that with the Mets, rolling with them again. Race to 3. Don't want to mess around with the bullpens. Don't even want to play around with that. I think we can get these off of Michaelis and really like the spot for the Mets to keep it going. So that is number 1. Number 2, we are going to Corbin Burnes, Michael Soroka, -130, -135. Actually, this is probably as juicy as we're going to get, but I really want to play Burnes, and this is the way I want to do it. I kind of want to play as under strikeouts, but that's scary when you have a guy like Corbin Burnes and the stuff that he has. So I'm going to be rolling with the over 17.5 outs. Burnes has hit this number in 3 of his 4 home games. So actually 3 of his 5 home games so far this year, 5 2/3 against the Royals, second game of the season, but then has hit it in his last 2 games against Oakland and the Yankees at home. I like the spot for Burnes. You have a team here who doesn't strike out much, but doesn't have a ton of slugging in it. I know they had a huge outing a couple days ago where they're just smashing around some of these lower level pitchers. Unfortunately for them, Corbin Burnes really is not that. I like that they're going to be rolling out a ton of lefties. Corbin Burnes is phenomenal against them, 167 batting average against lower strikeout rate, which is the reason why I kind of want to bet on the under strikeouts. But even against righties, a 2.67 xFIP, 31% K rate. If they do run righties out there, they're going to be nullified. Lefties, very low batting average. But he does have a little bit of a higher walk rate against those lefties. So I like Burns. It's one of my favorite plays of today, just because I know the Nationals are going to be pesky and trying to put that ball in plate. So really like Burns in this spot. Obviously, Soroka is just absolutely god-awful. I know he had a good outing last time. That does not mean anything to me. And I do want to continue to fade him until further notice. So he is not good. Their bullpen is one of the worst bullpens I have ever seen in my life. So I do want to continue to fade these guys. You find those guys that have been good to you, that have been fade material for a long time. And until they go down, right? Until they go down and get sent down into the minors, we're going to keep that going. So that is going to be my 2 plays for today. Mets first, race to 3. Then we have Burns and Soroka there. I'm going to pull up my screen again. This is going to be my long shots on DraftKings here right now. I'm going to be going to a hits allowed parlay, and it's going to be Miles Mikolas and Dakota Hudson to allow 7 hits each. It's going to be at a plus 383 number here. Let me put that number in there because these numbers do change on parlays pretty quickly. And I will be rolling with this one. So let's just start out with Miles Mikolas. Talked about him already. Dude's been really, really bad. I do like that he doesn't walk guys, especially for this number. 45% hard hit rate is awful. That is toward the top of the league in terms of bad. Expected slugging, expected batting average is over 300. Barrel percentage is almost 9%. That is terrible. But he doesn't walk guys. He lets the guys put the ball in play, and that's what you're looking for here when you're looking for hits allowed. He's giving up a ton of power. But also we've seen a lot of singles, doubles, right? Those are what's going to be really helpful here. And when you look at his usage rates, 20% on four-seam sinker slider. The slider's getting smoked, 340 batting average. The sinker's getting put in play with only a 7% whiff rate and only a 16% whiff rate on that four-seamer. So right there, that is about 75%, 80% of what he's going to be using today, and none of them are going to be getting by hitters. So I know it's hard to trust the Mets a lot, but today I am in the spot against Miles Mikolas. Going over to Dakota Hudson here. Very high ground ball rate. I understand that. Only a 12% K rate. I think that in the last outing I watched, because I did fade him in his last outing, they talked about Dakota Hudson making these guys put the ball in play. And I think that's going to be really important here, especially when you're in Coors. You can't give out free passes. And this is definitely a spot where you don't want to do that. You got San Francisco here. And I really like this spot for him. I know he's going to be using that slider a ton. That has a 359 batting average against. You go to his sinker, that has a 6% whiff rate. That has a 333 expected batting average against. Four-seamer has a 5% whiff, 565 slugging percentage against. This dude is getting hit around pretty much. I just don't think they're going to want to destroy their bullpen in the first game of this series. And I'm going to hope that Dakota Hudson can go 5 innings and just gives up hits in all of those innings and just doesn't give up that home run that really kills his numbers and really wants these guys to pull him. Hopefully they're just singles, and the Giants they're just slapping that ball around the field a little bit. So Dakota Hudson, Miles Mikolas, going to be a part of my long shot here. No dinger today. I know everybody wants to play those, but if you can find me a plus 380 dinger that feels like value like this does, I'll take it. So let me know who your favorite Dinger Tuesday pick of the day is. So thank you guys for tuning in. Drop those in the comments below. Love to hear what you guys got. We're going to be rolling with Mets race to 3. Corbin Burns, 17.5 outs, plus Soroka, no win. And then 7 hits allowed parlay in Dakota Hudson and Miles Mikolas. So subscribe button, hit that like button on your way out, and we will see you